What's the greatest life-changing quote you ever heard or seen? This too shall pass is one of the few bits of wisdom I actually jive with. Most of them are honestly pretty lame and pretentious, but this too shall pass is just true. There's nothing that will last forever, and that's comforting if you're in a bad place, but I find it also motivates me to really take stock of good times and be grateful for them while they last. Be who you are and say what you mean. Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Dr. Seuss. Measure once, cut twice. A year from now, you'll wish you would have started today. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Viktor Frankl on his time in Auschwitz. I read that in high school, and it has gotten me through every adversity I've gone through since. Be soft. Do not let the world make you hard. Do not let the pain make you hate. Do not let the bitterness steal your sweetness. Take pride that even though the rest of the world may disagree, you still believe it to be a beautiful place. Kurt V. An army of donkeys led by a lion will always defeat an army of lions led by a donkey. Mongolian proverb. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Long time ago. You don't need to have an opinion of everything. It's quite strong because we often try to have a voice on everything and it can end up in conflict, which ends up wasting your time. So now when someone is being conflictive, I just either avoid them IRL or block silence them in social medias recently. I don't control the wind. I just study it. Chug on this is more to be aware of what is going on and adapt your actions accordingly, so you don't get surprised. This way you will always be ahead of the curve and people will think you're just lucky. It has changed my life and the way I look at things now. Experience is the hardest kind of teacher. It gives you the test first and the lesson afterward. Never give up. Violence is the last refuge of the incompetent. I am by nature very violent, but when I read this as a preteen, I decided I had to prove myself by not being violent. The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. You either suffer the pain of discipline or you suffer the pain of regret. Everyone sees what you appear to be, few feel what you are. Niccolo Machiavelli. Fear is forward. No one is afraid of yesterday. Renata Adler. Maturity begins when you can be right without having to prove the other person wrong. When you've done things right, people won't think you've done anything at all. Futurama. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Whoa. Amor Fati. What could possibly go wrong?